Hey, Laker Nation, NBA free agency gets going on this Monday night, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific is when Lakers can officially start negotiating with free agents. We're going to be your home for all of the latest Lakers news and rumors throughout free agency and the rest of the offseason. So now is the time to subscribe. You see that link below, youtube.com/LakersTV. Share that with all of your friends in the purple and gold. And hey, you're watching, hit that big red button and subscribe. Today, we're going to take a look at the UDFAs the Lakers signed after the NBA draft. Hey, Laker fans, Harrison Graham here from Chat Sports, taking a look at the players the Lakers signed after last night's NBA draft. 3 UDFAs as of now, including a pair of players on two-way contracts. Mac McClung was one of the first players they signed out of Texas Tech. The Lakers and McClung have agreed to a deal. 3-year college player, played a couple of years at Georgetown before transferring to Texas Tech for this past season. Good combo guard, but undersized overall. I think he really could have benefited from another year in college, but I thought he had a chance to maybe get drafted. He did not, so the Lakers signed him after the NBA draft. I think he should have stayed at Texas Tech for another year. I think if he put together another solid college season, could have been a second-round prospect next year, but he opted to go pro, and, hey, he lands with the Lakers, who knows? There's going to be opportunities because when you have 3 max players now in Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, not a lot of cap space, but a lot of roster openings, which means maybe, just maybe, a guy like Mac McClung could compete for playing time. We'll have to wait and see. Averaged 15.5 points last year. A little inefficient. You'd like him to be a better shooter overall, about 42% from the field, 34% from 3. A scoring first guard, which isn't bad, but when you're 6'2", $185, you better be able to score at a very efficient rate, and that isn't really who he's been throughout his college career, so he will certainly have to improve upon that efficiency. The Lakers signed 3 UDFAs after the NBA draft because they didn't have a draft pick, because they traded for Russell Westbrook. If you've been under a rock, I don't know where you've been, because, hey, you got Russ in L.A. now. This was the trade that went down last night, so they were unable to pick in last night's draft because that pick ended up going to the Indiana Pacers. But the Los Angeles Lakers trading for Russell Westbrook, signing Mac McClung. We'll take a look at a couple more UDFA signings in just a few moments. Name a player that the Lakers should sign in NBA free agency. Again, Monday night, it all gets underway. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Who would you like to see the purple and gold add next to this new Big 3? Next up is Austin Reaves, also a Big 12 guard out of Oklahoma, signed a 2-way contract, so he gets a little more of a chance to prove that he can be a part of this team than a guy like Mac McClung. Good combo guard. I think he should have been drafted. Has good size at 6'5", 205 pounds. Needs to improve as a three-point shooter and as a decision maker in times, but he had a lot on his plate as the primary scorer and ball handler at Oklahoma and really held his own overall. 18 points. Can dish it around as well, almost 5 assists per game, rebounds a little bit, okay defender. The three-point shooting needs to improve, but he was about 45% from the field, so he knows how to get buckets, had a few huge games in college, a couple of 30, 40-point games. Torched my alma mater, TCU, a couple of times. I know that for sure. Glad to see him out of the Big 12. Reaves can be a bit erratic, though. He'll have one of these 34-point games on 10 of 16 shooting and then a bunch of free throws, and then he'll go 4 for 17. Got to be consistent, especially if you're going to stick around in the NBA for a very, very long time. But you get a 2-way contract. He was a top 40, top 50 prospect for me. Did not get drafted in last night's 60-pick NBA draft. So I think the Lakers get a good value here to get this guard out of Oklahoma to see what he can do and maybe make a final roster spot. We'll have to wait and see. So type your votes. Did you watch the NBA draft last night? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I hope you did, and I hope you joined us on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv, because myself, Chase Sr., we broke down every single pick of this year's NBA draft. Even though the purple and gold weren't involved, we were talking a lot of Russell Westbrook as well. Chat Sports will be your home for NBA free agency starting on Monday night. So go subscribe over there, youtube.com/chatsportstv. We'll be live on Monday breaking down every single move, including anything the Lakers might do in free agency. One more player here, Joel Ayayi, out of Gonzaga. Kind of a role player for the Zags the past couple of years, but his role increased as time went on. 3-year player at Gonzaga. Probably could have benefited from another year in college, but you always face that dilemma. Do you want to be a year older when you enter the NBA draft? You know, maybe he got some bad info. Gets a 2-way contract with the Lakers, so like Reaves will have a chance to be on this roster. 3-and-D upside here. That's kind of what you're looking at with Ayayi. 6'5", 6'6", needs to bulk up. He's only about 180, 185 pounds. He needs to get above 200. He's a little thin, but he can shoot the ball really well. The efficiency last year for Ayayi was impressive. 12 points per game, 7 rebounds. 57.5% from the field is ridiculous. 39% from 3. That'll translate as well. I like his upside as a 3-and-D kind of guard, small forward hybrid in today's NBA. I think he can have that versatility. Maybe you play him on that 2-way contract, gets a lot of G League action, and then plays a few games next year with the big squad, and maybe he develops into a piece. Maybe he can be like a Talen Horton-Tucker, whose future with LA is very much in doubt after trading for Russell Westbrook, because there's not a lot of money left. So just to kind of recap the 3 picks that the Lakers have made so far. Mac McClung, the guard out of Texas Tech, he will get a camp invite. We'll see if he can work his way either onto a 2-way or onto the active roster. Undersized, but has some scoring ability. Austin Reaves out of Oklahoma, bigger player, 2-way contract. I thought he should have been drafted, can really get downhill and play in that pick-and-roll game as well. I like his upside as a scorer. And then Joel Ayayi out of Gonzaga, who, again, we just talked about, 3-and-D guy, can really shoot the ball. He's, got some real upside, I think, as a prospect, and I think we'll have a chance to translate to the NBA level. What do you guys think? Who's the best UDFA signing, at least so far, for the LA Lakers? Type MM for Mac McClung, type AR for Austin Reaves, type JA for Joel Ayayi. Get your votes in, MM, AR, or JA. Who is your favorite UDFA signing? And before we sign off, hey, who cares the Lakers didn't have a draft pick? They were active on draft night by trading for Russell Westbrook. I am fascinated to see how this is going to play out with Russ, LeBron, and AD. I feel like it could either work tremendously or it could be a disaster. Either way, I'm here for it, and we're going to be breaking it all down here on the Lakers Report, which is why you should subscribe at youtube.com/LakersTV, because we will have all of your latest Lakers updates, news, rumors throughout the offseason. And then, hey, we get to watch this Big 3 next year, and that is going to be very fascinating for the purple and gold.